Yeah, Mimi, some shoppers are pushing back, saying Costco is favoring its premium members and thus.
Do you think you're already too familiar with Costco? Think again. Many people walk out with receipts longer than their shopping lists, yet still believe they're saving. In reality, Costco is a paradise for those who understand the rules of the game, but a perfect trap for anyone unaware of the hidden meanings behind every price tag, membership card, or shelf display. In this video, you'll discover 12 common mistakes that cause millions of members to lose money unnecessarily every year, and how to turn the tables to shop smart, save for real, and unlock every advantage Costco never openly advertises. Subscribe to always be the smartest shopper. 1. Ignoring the return policy. So many people shop at Costco without ever taking advantage of their biggest perk, an incredibly flexible return policy. Did you know that with just your membership card, you can bring almost any item to the service desk for a full refund, even if it's been opened or tried? No receipt needed, no complicated explanations required. The staff will look up your purchase history and process it in no time. Costco knows that sometimes shoppers change their minds, pick the wrong size, or simply aren't satisfied with the quality. So they choose to build trust instead of creating restrictions. That's why customers stay loyal for years. However, you shouldn't abuse the return policy. If you do it too often, your membership account could get flagged and denied in the future. The sad part is that many people miss out on saving their wallet simply because they're too shy to ask. They let unused items clutter their homes or put up with defective products that could have been exchanged for cash. This policy exists to let you shop with peace of mind and try new products without the fear of losing everything. 2. Not tracking the 4-week coupon cycle. One of the mistakes that causes many people to overspend at Costco is ignoring the 4-week coupon cycle, the thing that basically dictates the entire shopping strategy of longtime deal hunters. Many think Costco items rarely go on sale, so they buy the moment they see a good price. But in reality, most products follow a monthly discount rotation, and Costco never shouts it from the rooftops. They hide those promotions in the coupon book, a small booklet that many people toss straight into the trash before even opening it. Every 4 weeks, Costco releases a new list of discounts: household items, food, vitamins, electronics, and even shampoo and toothpaste. Many things you're buying at regular price could drop $3–4 in just a few days. It sounds small, but over a year that adds up to hundreds of dollars saved. Smart shoppers always plan ahead. They check the coupon book online, add needed items to their list, and wait for the exact discount week to hit the warehouse. That way, they not only save money but also get the freshest stock at the lowest price. What's interesting is that Costco doesn't plaster giant sale signs like other supermarkets. Everything happens quietly. Prices change, new tags appear, and the 97 code shows up. Only those who pay close attention notice. 3. Not splitting membership to cut the fee in half. One mistake tons of people make when signing up for Costco is buying a membership solo. You pay the full $65 a year, or $130 for executive, without realizing every membership already includes the right to share with someone else. Each Costco account comes with 2 cards, one primary and one secondary. And here's the cool part. Costco doesn't require both people to live at the same address. That means you can totally team up with a best friend, sibling, coworker, or neighbor, split the cost, and each get your own card with full equal benefits for half the price. This is a small but mighty hack that tons of Americans have been using for years. If you're only shopping for yourself or a small family, paying the full membership fee is honestly kind of wasteful. Splitting it not only saves you money, but also lets someone else experience Costco without paying full price. Both people get their own physical card, scan independently, earn points, and get refunds the same way. With the executive plan, you also get 2% cash back. So if you shop regularly each month, the rewards alone can cover your initial fee. A lot of people worry Costco will catch them if the 2 addresses don't match. But in reality, their policy is super flexible. The key is not to share randomly or lend to strangers. Pick someone you trust who has similar shopping habits so you can easily split costs and maximize the benefits. 4. Not checking unit price and expiration dates. One of Costco's sweetest traps. is the feeling that buying more means saving more. Seeing a giant box of cookies, a 25-pound bag of rice, or an olive oil bottle the size of your arm makes everyone think this is way cheaper. But the truth is, if you don't check the unit price and expiration date, you might be emptying your own wallet without even realizing it. Costco clearly lists the unit price. That's the cost per ounce, per pound, or per item, right under every price tag. The problem is, hardly anyone bends down to read it. A bigger package isn't always cheaper than a smaller one at another store. Sometimes the same shampoo in Costco's 2 large bottles ends up costing more than when you catch a sale at Target or Walmart. Those tiny numbers are the secret savings code that smart shoppers always check. And don't forget the product's lifespan. Costco items often come in supersized portions, but not everything gets used up before it expires. Spices, flour, snacks, or yogurt are things that go bad fast. You think you're saving, but if you end up throwing out half the bag because it expired, that's no longer a deal. Many people also assume Costco expiration dates are longer than at regular supermarkets, but that's not always true. Because inventory turns over so quickly, the dates can sometimes be closer than you expect. The smartest approach is to always compare the price per unit and calculate your actual usage. If it's just 2 people in the house, you don't need a 5-liter jug of laundry detergent or a box of cookies that lasts a month. Remember, real savings aren't in the price per package. They're in the price per use. 5. Ignoring seasonal items. One of the quietest mistakes that leaves tons of people kicking themselves is skipping Costco's seasonal items. Did you know Christmas decorations, winter clothes, summer picnic gear, or even holiday candy only show up for a super short window? Once they're gone, you wait until next year. Costco doesn't restock mid-season. No, can you bring more? When it's out for good. Smart shoppers get the rule. Costco puts stuff out at least 1 to 2 months before the peak. That means wool coats in September, Christmas decor in October, or folding picnic chairs in early spring. Anyone who waits for the right time ends up with just a few leftover pieces, or worse, the display model. Costco always clears space fast for the next wave, so if you spot something you like but don't need yet, buy it. Come back in a few weeks, and the price might jump, or the item could vanish completely. A lot of folks think seasonal stuff is just for looks, but it's actually the category with the highest savings potential if you time it right. At the end of the season, when Costco needs to clear shelves, these items get slashed hard, with tags ending in 97 or 00, the signal for clearance to anyone paying attention. A winter pajama set can drop from $25 to $15, or a 7-foot artificial tree can hit half price. The key is knowing when things arrive and when they disappear. Costco doesn't send alerts for each seasonal drop. It all happens quietly, and the early bird wins. So don't wait until the holiday to buy holiday stuff or midsummer for pool chairs. At Costco, the person who shops early is the one who truly saves. If you see something you love, don't hesitate with, "It'll still be here tomorrow." Because tomorrow might just be an empty shelf and a sign that says, "Item no longer available." 6. Ignoring the Costco app. A lot of people treat the Costco app like it's just for checking your membership number or basic info, then forget about it. But in reality, this app is a treasure map Costco built just for members willing to dig in. You can check prices, see if an item is in stock at your local warehouse, look up sale end dates, and even order delivery with a few taps. Yet most customers still fumble for their plastic card in their wallet or hunt for paper receipts when everything's already in their phone. The Costco app isn't just convenient, it helps you buy at the right time for the right price. Instead of waiting until you're at the warehouse to discover deals, you can view the full 4-week coupon book right on the app. Spot something you need about to go on sale? Add it to your list and get a notification when the discount starts. It also saves your purchase history, making it easy to compare prices across trips and avoid buying the wrong thing or too much. Some people skip the app because they think it'll be complicated, but Costco's interface is super simple. Just log in with your membership, and you can access everything. No papers or phone calls. You can even use the QR code on the app to pay at checkout without pulling out the physical card. Way easier than digging through your bag at the register. Ever run into something like this? Share below. 7. Not upgrading to executive. Tons of people stick with the basic Gold Star card thinking, I don't shop enough to upgrade. But the truth is, the executive card is the secret to getting your fee back and even profiting if you shop regularly. Yeah, $130 a year sounds steeper than $65, but you're basically buying a 2% cashback ticket on every single purchase at Costco, from groceries and electronics to bookings through Costco Travel. Simple math. Spend about $250 a month, that's $3,000 a year, and you get $60 back, almost the cost of a gold star. After that, every dollar you spend is pure profit. What keeps most people from jumping in is not understanding the extras. Executive isn't just cash back. It unlocks exclusive insurance, travel deals, and business perks that regular members never see. Plenty of users save hundreds on trips or cars through the Costco Auto program, something barely anyone knows is executive only. Worried you won't spend enough to break even? Costco's got your back. Upgrade anytime, and if your rewards at year-end don't cover the difference, they'll refund the extra. Zero risk, all upside. That's how Costco rewards smart shoppers. Try it, crunch the numbers, and keep it only if it pays. While others hesitate, Costco pros treat executive like a mini investment that grows. Every trip, they don't just fill the cart, they stack cash back into their account. That's why seasoned shoppers always flash the black executive card at checkout. Use it right for a year, and the card pays for itself. Then hands you a nice little bonus. 8. Dismissing Kirkland's signature as cheap. One of the biggest mistakes at Costco is walking past Kirkland's signature shelves without a second glance. Most people assume it's just generic stuff, decent, cheap, and good enough for backups. Reality check. Kirkland isn't just worth the money. It often beats name brands flat out. What doesn't Costco shout from the rooftops? Nearly all Kirkland products come from the exact same factories as the big names. Only the label changes. Examples. Kirkland batteries are made by Duracell, their vodka rolls off the same line as Grey Goose, and diapers share the floor with Huggies. Coffee, olive oil, nut milks, vitamins. Many Kirkland versions match or top the quality of brands that cost 50% more. How? Costco sets its own strict standards, tests everything, and then skips the ads and middlemen. You're not paying for flashy logos or fancy boxes. You're paying for what's inside. Countless people try one Kirkland item, then flip completely, stocking only Kirkland for daily essentials. They learned smart shopping isn't about the name. It's about real value. Sure, not every Kirkland product is perfect, but with Costco's easy returns, you risk nothing to test. Love it? Save long-term. Hate it? Return it, no loss. 9. Shopping peak weekend hours. If you've ever fought Costco crowds on a Saturday afternoon, you know it's basically a shopping cart demolition derby. That chaos doesn't just kill your patience, it quietly drains your wallet faster. Hitting Costco during weekend rush hour is the mistake that makes people overspend without even realizing. When the warehouse is packed, grab-and-go mode kicks in. You snag stuff without comparing prices. Pressure from the line behind you, crying kids, jammed aisles, it all derails your plan. Costco knows this. They roll out fresh displays, samples, and shiny promos right in the center during peak times to trigger, "I'm here, I have to buy something." That's when logic naps and your credit card goes into overdrive. The fix is easy. Go against the flow. Try Wednesday mornings or late Monday afternoons. It's calm, shelves are stocked, staff have time to help, and you can actually read tags to spot. 97 clearance deals you'd never notice on weekends. People who hit these golden hours save money and sanity. They buy less but buy smarter. Midweek is also when new stock arrives and prices update after early week sales. You skip lines and get first dibs on the best deals. 10. Forgetting to check Costco.com prices online. One thing hardly anyone notices when shopping at Costco is that the warehouse price isn't always the lowest. Most people figure, "I'm in the store. This has to be the best deal." So they don't bother checking anything else. But Costco runs a whole parallel universe on Costco.com, where they drop exclusive sales, often deeper discounts than the in-warehouse tags. Here's the kicker. The two systems don't talk to each other. That means warehouse staff can't match the online price unless you know about it first. On the website, electronics, appliances, supplements, and seasonal items often come with special codes, free gifts, or free shipping. At the warehouse, you're paying the full regular price without a clue. Some items drop $30, $50 just because they're online only. On the flip side, certain things are cheaper in-store than online. That's why cross-checking both is a pro shopper habit. You can pull up prices on your phone via the app or site in seconds and save big. Plenty of people even order online and pick up in-store to lock in the discount without waiting in line. Plus, Costco.com throws in financing deals, bundles, and extended warranties on electronics that you won't find inside. 11. Missing 20-25% off gift cards. While everyone's busy comparing milk, toilet paper, or coffee prices at Costco, a real goldmine sits right by checkout. Those little gift cards hanging there that almost everyone ignores. These aren't just decorations or gifts for others. They're one of the smartest ways to save at Costco. Most are sold at 20 to 25% below face value. Pay $75, get $100 to spend at restaurants, movie theaters, airlines, and even streaming services. Costco buys these gift cards in bulk from brands and passes the discount to members. Win-win. Businesses get customers, and you get real savings. The list is huge. Starbucks, Uber Eats, Southwest Airlines, Topgolf, PlayStation, and Disney, plus spas, resorts, golf courses, and steakhouses. Some people hack travel by buying discounted gift cards and stacking them with coupons, saving hundreds on a single trip. The catch? This section is low-key, just a small rack near checkout or electronics, so most shoppers breeze past without realizing they just walked by a legal money printer. Once people learn this trick, they never pay full price for dining or services again. 12. Walking in without a list. The ultimate classic Costco mistake? Stepping inside with no shopping list. You think you're just grabbing cooking oil or milk, then roll out with a receipt longer than a Christmas wish list. Costco knows this. The entire warehouse layout, the winding aisles, seasonal displays, and fresh-baked bread smells, is engineered to make you stop, stare, and buy more. No list? You're playing planned amnesia with your wallet. A simple list is your shield against the product storm. It keeps you locked on what you actually need instead of falling for "sounds like a deal." Smart shoppers build lists in the Costco app. It remembers your history, shows what's running low, what you've bought before, and even pings you when something goes on sale. One tap, and you've got a perfect plan. With a list, you enter like a boss, not drowning in options. You move faster, spend less, and skip the mental drain of constant, "should I buy this?" Costco really can save you a ton, but only if you know the game. Reading tags, timing visits, using the app, grabbing gift cards, or just making a list before you go, all these little moves add up big for your wallet. Each tip turns regular shopping into smart strategy. Because at the end of the day, at Costco, it's not the person who buys the most who wins. It's the one who buys at the right time, the right way, and for the right value. Don't miss the next video. Subscribe now. Think you know everything about Costco? Think again. Beneath those massive aisles and jaw-dropping deals lie secrets employees never openly share. From hidden price codes to secret sale schedules to bait tactics that make you spend more without realizing it, this video exposes it all. If you've ever shopped at Costco, don't miss this. Drop a comment if you've noticed something off you couldn't explain. 10. Price adjustment refund policy. Most shoppers assume the deal ends at checkout, but Costco's price adjustment refund policy is a hidden ace. And if you're not using it, you're missing out on hundreds of dollars a year without knowing. It's simple. If you buy an item and its price drops within 30 days, Costco refunds the difference. No questions, no hassle. Just show your receipt or purchase history. Sounds easy, but few customers actively check prices post-purchase. That's why Costco doesn't loudly advertise this policy. Even better, it applies to online purchases too. Buy a 65-inch TV on Costco.com for $699, and if it drops to $599 a week later, you can claim that $100 back with a few clicks. Just visit Costco's website, find the price adjustment request form, and submit it. Your refund hits in days. There's more. Costco employees reveal that executive members get extra flexibility. Some adjustments beyond 30 days are approved, especially for big-ticket items like furniture, electronics, or jewelry. One member scored an $800 refund on a sofa bought 2 months earlier, just for being an executive member. Here's a Frugal Flow exclusive tip. Track purchase dates for big items and set a reminder 3 weeks later to check prices. If they drop, act fast. Bonus. Use browser extensions to auto-monitor Costco product prices. A smart shopper's secret weapon. 9. Secret travel portal. Think Costco's just for bulk toilet paper and giant snack packs? Think again. Tucked beyond the towering aisles is a secret portal to a world of travel deals most members overlook. Costco Travel, one of the most underused but money-saving perks for members. With Costco Travel, you don't just get deep discounts on hotels, flights, car rentals, or cruises. You score surprise perks like free room upgrades, complimentary breakfasts, or resort spending credits. These aren't on Expedia, Booking, or any agency. Costco negotiates directly with giants like Disney, Royal Caribbean, or Hyatt for member-exclusive packages. Employees share that some members save thousands on vacations just by booking through Costco Travel. One booked a Hawaii trip and saved over $200 compared to mainstream platforms. What makes it even sweeter? No upfront payment and free cancellations in most cases, rare in today's volatile travel market. Another perk. Executive members get 2% cash back on every booking. A $5,000 family trip means $100 back in your pocket. Costco Travel also runs flash sales, short-lived promos lasting days with jaw-dropping deals, free flights, extra hotel nights, or steep car rental discounts. But you've got to watch for them. They're not in the warehouse, only on the Costco Travel website. 8. The $4.99 rotisserie chicken is bait. Everyone knows Costco's $4.99 rotisserie chicken. Unbelievably cheap. But what few realize is, it's not just a quick meal. It's a calculated bait strategy designed to make you spend more while thinking you're saving. Per Costco employees, each chicken costs the company $7 to produce. That means they lose at least $1 per sale. Yet Costco's held this price for nearly 2 decades, even as inflation and operating costs soar. Why? The answer lies in store layout. Chickens are placed at the back, near the freezers. To grab one, you pass bakery treats, snacks, electronics, and wine, high-margin zones. Each chicken run tempts you to toss unplanned items in your cart, and Costco banks on it. It gets savvier. Chicken batches are timed for peak hours, 10 a.m. to noon and 4 to 6 p.m., to draw crowds. Late in the day, leftovers might be quietly discounted to clear stock, but only regulars notice. Here's the kicker. Costco's chickens are 0.5 to 1 pound heavier than competitors and free of growth hormones or harmful preservatives. High quality plus low price equals irresistible. But it's also a sweet trap. Employees spill. A $4.99 chicken can stretch into 4 to 5 family meals, salads, sandwiches, or soup broth, if you're clever. But get lured by surrounding products, and your bill could balloon tenfold, all for one chicken. 7. Internal restocking schedule. Most Costco shoppers assume product placement is random, but behind those overflowing shelves, Costco follows a tightly controlled internal restocking schedule, and those who know it snag fresher, newer, cheaper items. Employees share that perishable goods like produce, bread, and fresh meat arrive early each morning before stores open. Shop from 9:30 to 11 a.m., and you'll likely pick from the day's freshest batch. Arrive late? You're stuck with what's left. Seasonal items, electronics, winter coats, and garden supplies follow a separate schedule. Big restocks often hit Tuesdays and Thursdays to prep for midweek crowds. The real goldmine? The first Tuesday of each month, when most Costco warehouses nationwide get massive shipments including limited-time deals. An insider tip. On restock days, last month's inventory is often quietly discounted to clear space for new stock. Short shelf-life items like cakes, ready meals, or baked goods can drop up to 50% if you hit the store early. Hot items like TVs, Apple Watches, or Vitamix blenders typically restock mid-month, around the 15th, per supplier contracts. If you've seen these sold out, it's not random. You just shopped on the wrong day. 6. Kirkland brand. Premium quality budget price. Don't let the store brand label fool you. Costco's Kirkland isn't as basic as its price suggests. It's a secret weapon for savvy shoppers, delivering top-tier quality at shockingly low costs. Costco employees admit many Kirkland products are made by world-class brands, just repackaged to skip marketing costs. For example, Kirkland coffee has been roasted by Starbucks' own facilities. Kirkland batteries, widely rumored to come from Duracell. Even Kirkland vodka has outshone pricier Grey Goose in blind taste tests. Yet it costs half as much. Why? Costco wants to build loyalty by offering brand-name quality without charging for ads, flashy packaging, or middlemen. Employees don't hesitate to say they choose Kirkland over big brands because it's better and backed longer. Yes, backed. Many Kirkland electronics come with more generous warranties than their name-brand counterparts. Smart TVs, laptops, and appliances, often with 2-year warranties and free 90-day replacements, something few premium brands dare promise. Kirkland also drops limited edition seasonal items, holiday gift sets, Christmas cookies, or exclusive French wines bottled just for Costco. These sell out fast and never return, so thrifty deal hunters snap them up. If you've ever skipped Kirkland because the price seemed too low, rethink that. In a world of marketing tricks and brand hype, Kirkland proves real quality, fair price. Pick the right Kirkland products, and you're not just saving, you're outsmarting most shoppers around you. 5. Hidden price codes. If you only check price tags for the cost, you're missing a secret code Costco employees use to spot unadvertised deals. The final digits on price tags are the key to knowing when to buy, when to wait, or when an item's about to vanish from shelves forever. Prices ending in 99 are standard, nothing special. But spot a .97. That's a clear sign the item's been marked down by store managers, often to move stock fast. You could save 20% to 40% without coupons or public promos. Even sneakier are 88 or A0 endings. These signal special clearouts, unique to that store. Think display models, pristine returns, or urgent inventory dumps. Here, you might snag a $100 item for a few bucks if you're observant. Ever notice a tiny asterisk in the top right corner of a price tag? Insiders call it the Death Star. It means the item won't be restocked. Whether it's French wine, a winter coat, or a Le Creuset pot, see an asterisk and act if you love it. Next visit, it's gone. Also, watch for limited time only signs. These mark items sold briefly, often from exclusive supplier deals with discounts up to 30%. They won't appear in flyers or online. If Costco's sea of price tags ever overwhelms you, start reading them like an insider. Every number, every symbol tells a story. Learn to listen, and you'll shop smarter, save more, and leave with confidence. 4. Optical department bargains without a membership. Did you know you can access Costco's deal paradise without a membership? It's true, and the optical department is one of the best-kept secrets. Unlike other warehouse sections, Costco's vision services are open to non-members. You can get eye exams and buy prescription glasses, sunglasses, or multifocals without a membership fee. Even long-time members often don't know this, but the prices are what really grab attention. Employees say contact lenses and frames at Costco are up to 40% cheaper than at retail optical shops. You'll find familiar names like Ray-Ban, Oakley, or Prada at clearance-level prices you'd only dream of during major sales. Prime time to shop for glasses? February and September, when Costco refreshes inventory. These months bring deep discounts on branded frames to clear space for new collections. For contacts, check Costco's website. Online-only flash sales last mere hours with unbeatable cuts. Another perk employees share? Costco's optical warranties are incredibly generous. If your new prescription lenses are off within 90 days, you get free replacements. For contacts, if your vision shifts sooner than expected, Costco swaps them for a new prescription without a full repurchase. Most importantly, Costco accepts many vision insurance plans, and you can often stack insurance with internal discounts for double savings. If you need new glasses, skip the pricey mall optical chains. Swing by Costco even without a card. In that unassuming department lies a treasure trove for your eyes and your wallet. 3. Best time to get gas. You know Costco has cheap gas. But did you know when you fill up decides how much you save? Most people hit Costco's pumps on weekends to top off their tanks. But the truth is, that's when you pay more, wait longer, and miss hidden deals only employees notice. Insiders share that the golden window for gas is 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. on weekdays, especially Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Prices are freshly updated to market rates, often lower than the average, before midday fluctuations kick in. Plus, lines are short, so you're not idling for half an hour just to reach a pump. Not a morning person? There's another smart option. Fill up just before closing from 9 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. It's quieter, pumps are less crowded, and prices stay low before the next day's reset. Few know Costco's gas quality outshines many big-name stations. They add top-tier engine cleaning additives, rarely advertised but praised by car enthusiasts and employees. Some locations even offer ethanol-free gas, a gem for classic cars, boats, or vehicles sensitive to standard ethanol blends. One last thing many miss. Use a Costco credit card at the pump, and you'll score up to 4% cash back, turning every gallon into double savings. 2. Free samples aren't just invitations. Americans love Costco's free samples, from fresh-baked cookies to imported cheeses. But few realize those tempting trays are part of a carefully crafted marketing strategy. If you're sharp, they're your ticket to the day's best deals. Employees reveal that sample items are often overstocked or about to go on sale. It's a tactic to draw buyers and clear inventory fast. So, if you see flaxseed bread being sampled, check nearby for discounted cheeses. Staff often hide sale items right next to sample stations without flashy signs. Don't just shop on weekends like most. Fridays to Sundays have the most samples, but Mondays are when leftover sample items get quietly dumped with steep discounts. Weekend sampled goods often hit the clear fast list a few days later. Know this cycle, and you're a step ahead. Timing matters too. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. is the golden hour to sample freebies and spot items about to go on sale. Show up later, and you'll miss both the samples and the deals. Another secret: if you're a regular and act friendly, some sample staff will subtly tip you off about upcoming sales. It's a quiet reward for perceptive shoppers. Not everyone gets it. 1. Morning Markdown Ritual. Every morning at Costco, a silent ritual unfolds, unknown to nearly all customers. Before doors open, employees perform a strategic markdown dance. They don't just swap price tags, they quietly set up hidden savings opportunities only the sharpest shoppers catch. A clear sign? Items priced ending in 97. It's not a typo. It's an internal code signaling a manager-approved markdown, often to clear overstock or seasonal goods or make way for new shipments. Discounts can hit 20% to 40%. Look further for a tiny asterisk. In the top right corner of a price tag, what deal hunters call the Death Star. It means the item won't be restocked. Spot it on a French wine, winter coat, or Le Creuset pot. Act fast. It'll be gone forever next visit. These markdowns aren't in flyers or online. They happen quietly in the early morning, often on Tuesdays or Wednesdays when stores are calm and staff can slip in new prices unnoticed. Arrive late and you miss out. Some employees share that discounted items are placed illogically. A premium cookware set next to bath towels or an imported wine bottle lost in the toy aisle. It's Costco's way of avoiding buying frenzies, but a goldmine for eagle-eyed shoppers. Costco isn't just a store, it's an information game. The winners know the signals. From 97 endings to Death Stars, weekend samples to monthly restocks, these tips aren't in flyers but can save you hundreds yearly. You don't need a black card or fancy tricks. Just understand how Costco works. If this video helped, hit like, subscribe to Frugal Flow, and turn on notifications for weekly money-saving tips. Share in the comments. What's your best Costco hack? Or what steal did you snag by cracking the price code? Smart shopping isn't a secret, if you learn to read between the price tags. Some changes at Costco do not happen loudly, yet longtime members notice them almost the moment they push their carts into the warehouse. The membership card now costs more, while familiar items that once seemed permanent are quietly disappearing from the shelves one by one. In 2026, Costco is going through what may be the biggest product reset of the decade. Many items that used to appear every week are being replaced with more expensive versions or removed from warehouses for good. You'd be awesome if you liked this video. 1. Kirkland Signature Sport Drink. There is one empty space at Costco that many longtime members noticed almost immediately. The 24-bottle case of Kirkland Signature Sport Drink has completely disappeared from many warehouses since late 2025. This used to be a very familiar choice for families who wanted to buy in bulk while keeping their budget under control, because with 24 bottles at 20 ounces each, shoppers already had enough drinks ready for the entire week. What helped this product maintain a loyal customer base was not just that it cost less than major brands like Gatorade and Body Armor, but also that it used cane sugar instead of high-fructose corn syrup. The three flavors, orange, blue raspberry, and fruit punch, used to show up regularly in many shopping carts, especially during hot weather. But behind the decision to stop selling it is a calculation. Costco appears to be making very careful decisions. Bottled drinks are one of the most expensive categories to ship because of their weight. They take up significant pallet space, and profit margins are not wide enough to justify that burden. Beyond cost, flavor was also a point of division. Across many shopping forums, some people described it as the best value in the sports drink category, while others said the aftertaste was not clean enough, became tiring quickly, and lacked the fresh feel offered by bigger brands. One theory being discussed quite often is that this line may return in smaller bottles, with fewer units per case, or in redesigned packaging to save shelf space. For now, the most visible alternatives are the mixed variety packs from Body Armor and Gatorade, which continue to take up most of the shelf space. Body Armor is often chosen for its stronger fruit flavor and added coconut water, while Gatorade keeps its advantage through familiarity, with 20 to 28 bottle packs that work well for large families or outdoor sports use. 2. Kirkland Signature Ground Sirloin and Loin Beef Patties. Right after the peak summer grilling season, many regular Costco shoppers began noticing a clear change in the frozen section. The boxes of lean beef patties that used to disappear quickly before weekend barbecues were no longer showing up as consistently as before. For many American households, this had long been one of those default items that always belonged in the freezer. What made this product line hold such a loyal customer base was that it felt convenient while still giving people a sense of quality control. The 85% lean sirloin version meant only about 15% fat, enough to keep the patties juicy on the grill, but not so much that grease poured onto the grates like with many standard burger options. Another advantage that made these patties popular was that they could go straight onto the grill from frozen while still holding their shape surprisingly well. That is exactly why, after last year's Independence Day holiday, when the product began disappearing from many warehouses, it triggered a noticeable wave of disappointment across shopping groups. The reason behind it is not necessarily slow sales, but mainly the pressure from rising beef prices in the United States. Recently, lean beef costs have climbed more sharply than higher fat beef, forcing Costco to reevaluate which frozen burger products can maintain stronger profit margins. High lean SKUs always look attractive from a nutrition standpoint, but they are harder to keep competitively priced when sold in bulk packaging. Still, if you do not see that familiar sirloin box on your next Costco trip, there are alternatives good enough to keep a weekend cookout from feeling incomplete. The slightly fattier 80/20 options remain easy to find. And if you want a cleaner beef flavor, the grass-fed burger packs are still worth considering, although they come in smaller quantities and the price per box is noticeably higher. 3. King Arthur 00 Pizza Flour. For serious home bakers, King Arthur's 00 flour has long been considered the gold standard for creating a Neapolitan-style pizza crust that turns crisp on the outside while staying soft and elastic inside. However, starting in mid-2025, this product began disappearing from Costco warehouses. What made its absence especially noticeable is that this was never an impulse buy product for the average shopper. It had a very loyal customer base. For anyone who has made Neapolitan-style pizza at home, this flour was one of the most accessible options for achieving the right dough texture, ultra-fine milling, stable protein content, and a crust that baked with a crisp exterior while remaining tender and chewy inside. Unlike regular all-purpose flour, Double O flour gives the dough a much lighter handling feel, especially when used with high-heat ovens or a pizza stone. Beginning in mid-2025, Costco gradually reduced the number of warehouses carrying it, and by early 2026, most locations had shifted back to smaller bags of all-purpose flour or bread flour instead. The reason is fairly clear in the way Costco manages its product lineup. Specialty items that move more slowly than mainstream staples have a hard time keeping long-term shelf space. Even a highly rated pizza flour SKU cannot rotate as quickly as standard flour. Still, if you want to keep homemade pizza quality at a consistently high level, King Arthur Baking Company bread flour is currently the most worthwhile replacement when you find it at a good price, since its structure comes fairly close to the original baking experience. 4. Croissant platters. One quiet change that many people only truly noticed when they needed food for a gathering is that the croissant sandwich platter in Costco's deli section is no longer showing up the way it used to. This had long been a familiar option for home birthdays, office meetings, and weekend parties when people wanted something ready to serve without extra preparation. What made this platter a dependable choice for many American families was how well it matched a real practical need. 20 ready-made sandwich portions built on soft croissants, filled with 3 familiar varieties: chicken salad, ham, and roast beef, served with pesto and Dijon mayo, making it easy for almost everyone to find something they liked. You could simply bring it home, open the lid, place it on the table, and one of the most popular party items would already be taken care of. Unlike some other platters that may look appealing but become heavy after a few bites, the croissant platter stayed easy to enjoy because the bread was soft, the fillings were not too rich, and it worked well for both adults and children. However, starting in late 2025, many warehouses began removing this option entirely from the deli order menu. What stands out is that Costco did not make any major announcement, but regular customers who used to pre-order it noticed immediately because the platter selection changed quite noticeably. That shelf space is now being replaced by higher value trays, especially sprouted grain sandwich platters at a clearly higher price point. If the croissant platter was once considered the easiest party option because it was reasonably priced and widely liked, shoppers now have to accept a new reality. Costco is moving toward platters that look more modern, cost more, and deliver stronger margins. If you are still planning food for a larger gathering, the newer sandwich platters are still worth considering because the fillings remain generous and the presentation stays neat, though the bread itself may not please as many people as the old croissant version did. Like the video if this surprised you. 5. Food court smoothies. There is one reality that has become fairly clear at Costco's food court right now. The fruit smoothies that were once seen as the lighter drink option have almost disappeared from ordering counters in many warehouses by 2026. For many longtime Costco shoppers, this used to be the drink people chose as a small break after shopping. The traditional fruit smoothie line, first introduced in 2007, lasted for many years because it became part of regular customer habits. But in recent years, Costco began adjusting the recipe in hopes of refreshing the menu. In early 2025, the strawberry mango smoothie was introduced as a replacement, and it immediately sparked stronger debate than expected. The issue was not the color or the first sip, but the fact that many customers quickly noticed the sweetness tasted very different from the older version. Across shopping forums, many people complained that the added sugar was too obvious. The sweet aftertaste lingered too long, and it lacked the natural fruit feel they expected. A drink once chosen because it felt lighter suddenly began to be viewed as less balanced than many people had assumed. Costco then continued experimenting with other directions, including a banana smoothie and later frozen strawberry lemonade, but neither stayed on the menu for long. Part of the reason is that frozen fruit ingredients and purees make operations more complicated, while customer response was not strong enough to justify keeping them as long-term menu items. By 2026, one thing is easy to notice. The cold drink section has become much simpler. Multi-ingredient smoothies have largely stepped aside, making room for easier-to-manage options such as frozen coffee drinks. 6. Country French bread. Once a staple in Costco's bakery section, the 2-loaf package of country French bread has been discontinued and replaced with rustic Italian bread. The change has frustrated many shoppers because the new bread costs nearly $1 more while being sold as only a single loaf. making storage and everyday use less practical for many households. What allowed this bread to keep its place for so many years was exactly how practical it was. 2 loaves in one package felt very much in line with the Costco idea. Enough quantity to feel like a strong value while still being easy to divide into daily use. But now, most warehouses have switched to rustic Italian bread. And this change is more than just a new product name. The first thing many shoppers notice is the price increase of nearly $1, while the quantity has dropped to only 1 loaf. That removes one of the biggest advantages Country French once had: buying once and spreading it across several meals without worrying that the bread would lose quality too quickly. For smaller households, a single large loaf easily reaches the point where the cut surface starts drying out before the bread is fully used. Before, having 2 separate loaves allowed 1 loaf to stay fresh longer for later use. That is why many longtime customers say what they miss is not just the flavor, but the original packaging itself. Still, if you need bread for several days during the week, rustic Italian bread remains a worthwhile option if you slice it early and freeze it in smaller portions. 7. Kirkland Signature Chocolate Chips. If there is one discontinued product that has genuinely left home bakers feeling the loss, it is the bag of Kirkland Signature Chocolate Chips that had remained a steady presence in Costco's baking aisle for years. For many American households, this was not just a baking ingredient for cookies. It was practically a pantry staple that was always there. What made this line especially popular was how well it matched the Costco formula: large quantity, affordable pricing, and quality strong enough for regular bakers to trust. The semi-sweet version, and especially the 51% cacao variety, had been highly rated because the chocolate flavor was richer than average, not overly sweet, and still held a clear chocolate character after baking instead of melting into a sharp, sugary layer. That is exactly why, when Costco began gradually removing it from shelves, customer reaction appeared quickly. Many shoppers only realized how familiar it had become when they returned to the baking section and saw its old shelf space replaced by something else. This time, the reason was not weak sales, but clear raw material pressure. Global cocoa prices rose by more than 200%, pushing chocolate production costs to a level where even Costco struggled to maintain the signature pricing of the Kirkland line. This is one of the few cases where Costco was almost forced to give space back to national brands because the cost of core ingredients climbed too sharply. At the moment, the most common replacement on shelves is Nestlé Toll House, but many longtime bakers notice the difference from the very first batch. The chocolate tends to taste sweeter and less layered, and especially in recipes that once relied on Kirkland, the flavor no longer provides the same stronger depth needed to balance butter and sugar. As for whether Kirkland may return, that remains a common topic across shopping forums. But with cocoa supplies still heavily affected by climate conditions in major growing regions, 2026 does not yet look like a clear moment to expect an early comeback. 8. Food court churros. The crispy cinnamon sugar pastry that once stood as an icon of Costco's food court has officially been replaced by the double chocolate chunk cookie, priced at $2.49. Although the new cookie has received fairly positive feedback for its flavor, it has not been able to replace the nostalgia or the lower price that churros once represented. What gave churros such a special place was not that they were complicated, but that they perfectly matched the spirit of the food court. Simple, hot, easy to eat, and always affordable enough that ordering one never required much thought. The outside had a light, crisp texture. The inside stayed soft. The cinnamon sugar coated evenly, and most importantly, eating it while still warm made it something both kids and adults could easily agree on. That is why when Costco officially removed churros from the menu and replaced them with the $2.49 double chocolate chunk cookie, the first reaction from many regular customers was not criticism of the new item, but the feeling that something deeply familiar was suddenly missing. What many people still point out is that the cookie delivers a completely different kind of experience. Churros had the advantage of being a lighter handheld snack, less filling, and especially well-suited to the pace of a shopping trip. The new cookie, by contrast, feels more like a full dessert, sweeter, heavier, and noticeably richer. Costco's decision is fairly easy to understand. Cookies have a more consistent baking process, require fewer direct handling steps, and eliminate the need for continuous warming the way churros did. For Costco, that is a practical way to keep the food court running faster and more consistently during peak hours. Still, for many longtime members, what disappeared with churros was not just a menu item but a very specific piece of Costco memory. Something so familiar that simply seeing it on the menu made every trip feel the way it always had before. 9. Combo pizza. There is one item at Costco's food court that, even after being gone for years, people still talk about as if it disappeared only yesterday: combo pizza. And by 2026, what many longtime members are beginning to accept is that the chance of it returning to U.S. warehouses is now extremely small. Every time they stand at the ordering counter, many still glance up at the menu one more time, even though everyone already knows that only the two familiar choices remain: cheese pizza and pepperoni pizza. What left such a large gap is that combo pizza once felt like the most balanced option for a group of people eating together. A hot 18-inch pizza for about $10 came topped with pepperoni, sausage, bell peppers, onions, and mushrooms, meaning almost everyone could find something they liked in the same slice. Unlike today's cheese or pepperoni pizzas, which each lean strongly toward one flavor profile, combo pizza felt more complete, more like a full meal after a long shopping trip. That is why, even though it disappeared in 2020, every year still brings thousands of comments, posts, and long discussions across forums about whether Costco might finally bring it back. In reality, customer reaction has never been small. A petition calling for the return of combo pizza once gathered more than 19,000 signatures, showing that this was never just another pizza. It was a very real part of the Costco experience for many Americans. But Costco has remained consistent. The fewer choices the food court offers, the more stable service becomes, the fewer mistakes happen, and the easier operating costs are to control. That is also why the current menu stays focused on the two highest-selling varieties. During peak hours, limiting production to cheese and pepperoni allows baking, slicing, serving, and restocking to move in nearly perfect rhythm. It is true that some warehouses have recently introduced a square take-and-bake pizza, priced at $16.99. But for many longtime shoppers, it still does not feel the same. 10. Kirkland's signature organic soy beverage. One noticeable change that not everyone caught right away is that Kirkland's signature organic soy beverage quietly disappeared from shelves in early 2025, and by 2026, there is still no sign of it returning. For many households that have relied on plant-based milk for years, this had been a very dependable option. Reasonably priced, easy to stock up on by the case, and simple enough to use for morning coffee, cereal, smoothies, or everyday cooking. What gave this product its own loyal customer base was that it met the needs of a very specific group: people with lactose intolerance, vegetarians, or simply those who wanted a milk alternative with naturally higher protein than many other plant-based options. But the alternative beverage market in the United States has changed very quickly over the past few years. While soy milk used to be one of the most familiar plant-based choices, the beverage aisle is now divided by products that attract stronger demand, especially almond milk and oat milk. Both categories have grown rapidly because they fit better with coffee habits and cereal use, and especially because they feel more current to younger consumers. That is why soy milk has gradually moved into the slower-selling category within the warehouse model, where every product must maintain strong enough turnover to justify shelf space. For Costco, even a SKU with loyal buyers can be replaced if overall volume is no longer high enough compared with broader demand alternatives. At the moment, Costco has left open the possibility of introducing a soy milk product from another brand in the future. But for now, most regular buyers have had to become more flexible with what is currently available on shelves. If convenience matters most, almond milk remains the easiest option because it is consistently stocked in large quantities. For shoppers who prefer more richness in coffee or cereal, oat milk has become the most commonly chosen option. What many people may realize after these changes is that Costco has always moved faster than customer habits. A product does not disappear only because it sells slowly, but because shopping patterns, cost pressures, and consumer priorities keep shifting year after year. Sometimes, seeing an item you still like on the shelf today is exactly the moment to consider taking it home, before the next visit turns that space into another familiar empty spot. Which discontinued product do you miss the most? Costco makes people believe that buying in bulk automatically means taking better care of their health and their wallet. But the uncomfortable truth few people talk about is this: many items labeled healthy here are actually the most subtle traps. Not because they're outright terrible, but because they're designed to feel safe, so you don't think twice or read closely. Flip the package over, and you may suddenly decide they don't belong in your cart after all. You'd be awesome if you liked this video. 1. Protein bars and granola bars. You walk into Costco and see towering stacks of protein bars and granola bars, packaging covered in images of nuts and oats and words like protein, energy, and clean. It's easy to believe these are the perfect post-workout snack or a lifesaver on busy days. But the truth is, most of them are just candy bars wearing a healthy disguise. Turn the package around and you'll find a maze of sugars. It may not always say sugar outright, but brown rice syrup, corn syrup, concentrated honey, and date sugar. All of it is still sugar, just under different names. To mask the harsh taste of cheap protein, manufacturers also add artificial sweeteners, natural flavors, and various gums to create that chewy texture. The result is a small-looking bar that spikes your blood sugar quickly, then sends it crashing, leaving you hungrier and more fatigued afterward. The next issue is refined grains and oats. They sound healthy, but for many people they cause bloating and heaviness. On top of that, industrial seed oils like canola or generic vegetable oil are often used to bind the bars together, potentially increasing inflammation if eaten regularly. The protein itself isn't necessarily high quality either. Many bars rely on cheap isolate blends that are harder to digest. The most dangerous part is frequency. Because they're convenient, you eat them every day, sometimes twice a day, thinking you're doing something good for yourself. In reality, you've replaced a snack with industrial candy, just packaged more cleverly. 2. Dried fruit. Dried fruit is a go-to snack because it's incredibly convenient. It doesn't spoil easily, fits in your bag, and sounds healthier than candy. But one thing most people overlook is this. Once the water is removed, what's left is essentially concentrated sugar. A small handful of dried mango or apricots can contain as much sugar as an entire bowl of fresh fruit, except you consume it far more quickly. The problem isn't just the sugar content. To keep dried fruit looking bright and appealing on shelves, manufacturers often use sulfites and add extra sugar to boost flavor. When you check the ingredient list, you'll see names that sound harmless but are still sugar in various forms. The result is a so-called healthy snack that hits your blood sugar hard. The fructose in dried fruit goes straight to the liver, where it's easily converted into fat. When eaten frequently, it doesn't just increase the risk of belly fat, it also feeds harmful gut bacteria, leading to more bloating and stronger sugar cravings. Compared to fresh fruit, dried fruit loses its natural, self-limiting effect. Fresh apples or mangoes fill you up and signal you to stop. The dried versions are light, chewy, and sweet, and incredibly easy to overeat. If you do choose to have them, think of dried fruit as an occasional treat, not an everyday snack. 3. Pre-mixed salads and packaged salad kits. Holding a bag of salad kit in your hands, it's easy to feel like you've just made a very smart choice. The greens are pre-washed, you mix everything together and eat. Quick, convenient, and supposedly healthy. But when you look closely at how a salad kit is actually put together, the problem isn't the convenience, it's everything that comes with it. The most concerning parts are the dressing and the toppings. The dressing is usually made with soybean oil or canola oil, plus added sugar and flavorings to create that rich, easy-to-like taste. These are industrial seed oils that many people already consume in excess every day. The toppings aren't much better. Croutons, tortilla strips, beans, and dried fruit, all refined starches and sugars, simply chopped up and packaged to look portion-friendly. Even the greens themselves aren't entirely innocent. To keep vegetables looking fresh for longer in plastic bags, manufacturers have to slow down their natural wilting process. Truly fresh greens naturally have a short lifespan, and when that lifespan is artificially extended, their natural value isn't quite what you imagine. Salad kits become a trap because of how often people eat them. You reach for them regularly because they're convenient, and over time, you end up adding poor quality oils and excess carbs to your daily meals. Eventually, what's marketed as healthy quietly turns into a burden on the body. 4. Fabric softener and dryer sheets. Fabric softener and dryer sheets are used frequently because of the immediate comfort they provide. Clothes feel softer, smell better, and seem cleaner. But behind that pleasant feeling is a layer of chemicals your body is exposed to all day, and the cost of that exposure is rarely talked about. The core ingredients responsible for the scent and softness in fabric softeners and dryer sheets are phthalates and synthetic fragrance compounds. These chemicals don't disappear after the final rinse. Instead, they coat fabric fibers, creating a slick layer that makes clothes feel soft. When you wear them, that layer sits directly against your skin, posing higher risks for children, people with sensitive skin, or anyone wearing clothes for long periods. The real issue is accumulation. Every wash adds another layer of chemicals. Towels, underwear, and bedding all become vehicles that carry artificial fragrance into your body through the skin and the air you breathe. Many people experience itchy skin, headaches, or nasal irritation without realizing the source is the familiar, clean scent in their closet. Dryer sheets can be even worse. The high heat of the dryer helps these chemicals vaporize more aggressively, spreading them throughout your living space. At that point, the smell is no longer a sign of cleanliness. It's a sign that synthetic fragrances are circulating in the air. 5. Store-bought hummus. Hummus is often associated with a healthy Mediterranean-style diet, chickpeas and olive oil paired with vegetables, and it looks very wholesome. But store-bought hummus is a different story, and the real issue lies in how it's mass-produced. The main ingredient in hummus is chickpeas. Chickpeas naturally contain lectins if they're not properly processed. In traditional cooking, chickpeas are soaked thoroughly and pressure-cooked long enough to reduce compounds that cause digestive discomfort. Most industrial hummus skips these steps to save time and cost. The result is a product that looks smooth, creamy, and easy to eat, but can be hard on the digestive system, especially for people who experience bloating, gas, or post-meal fatigue. It doesn't stop there. Store-bought hummus is often made with industrial seed oils instead of extra virgin olive oil, along with preservatives to extend shelf life. These ingredients move it even further away from the original version many people think they're eating. The feeling of eating healthy often comes from the image and the label, not from the actual effect on the body. The problem with packaged hummus isn't that eating it once will cause issues. It's eating it regularly because you believe it's good for you. When it becomes an everyday dip, digestive problems can quietly build up, and it's hard to trace the cause. Like the video if this surprised you. 6. Protein powders. Protein powder is one of those products that easily convinces people they're investing in their health. Giant tubs labeled clean, natural, and high protein feel scientific and efficient. But when you look closely at the ingredients, the picture is far less appealing. Most mass-market protein powders sold at big retailers like Costco are made from whey sourced from conventionally raised cows. This type of protein often contains new 5GC, a molecule the human body doesn't process well. In many people, it can contribute to low-grade inflammation, joint discomfort, and gut irritation. If you often feel bloated or uncomfortable after a protein shake, the issue is usually not a weak stomach, but an incompatible protein source. Many people switch to plant-based protein, hoping it will be easier on digestion, only to run into a different set of problems. Soy and pea protein are high in lectins, which can increase gas and disrupt gut bacteria when consumed regularly. Feelings of bloating and fatigue after drinking them are surprisingly common. On top of that, to make protein powders taste better, manufacturers often add artificial sweeteners like sucralose and acesulfame K, along with various gums for texture. These additives can interfere with hunger and satiety signals, making weight management harder. If you do need a protein powder, consider hemp protein or grass-fed collagen, simpler options with fewer additives and generally easier on the body. 7. Yogurt and high-protein/keto dairy products. Yogurt and dairy products labeled high-protein or keto can look very convincing at first glance. Small, sleek containers with bold claims promise long-lasting fullness and better body composition. But once you place them into everyday consumption, the problems start to surface. The first issue is the milk source. Most of these products are made from conventionally raised cow's milk, high in protein but uncomfortable for many people. To hit impressive protein numbers, manufacturers often concentrate the milk and add whey, or casein, which puts extra strain on digestion. It's not uncommon for people to eat healthy yogurt daily and still experience bloating or heaviness without knowing why. Next come the additives. Even when labeled keto or sugar-free, many products still contain artificial sweeteners, thickening gums, and flavorings to compensate for the lack of sugar. These ingredients help create a smooth, pleasant texture, but when consumed regularly, they can disrupt hunger cues and make the gut more sensitive. Another common trap is flavored yogurt. The moment fruit is added at the bottom, yogurt shifts from a fermented food to something closer to dessert. The sugar may not be overwhelming, but it's enough to cancel out many of the original benefits of plain yogurt. If you want to eat yogurt, choose plain, unsweetened versions with the shortest ingredient list possible. You can always add fresh fruit, nuts, or a small drizzle of honey yourself. 8. Plant-based milks and dairy-free drinks. Plant-based drinks like oat milk and almond milk are taking over store shelves thanks to their clean, gentle, and modern image. But when you look at what they really are, this is one of the most misleading product categories. You can't actually milk a dry almond. These beverages are mostly water, with only a very small percentage of blended nuts or grains. To recreate the creamy mouthfeel of real milk, manufacturers add industrial seed oils such as canola or sunflower oil, along with emulsifiers to keep oil and water from separating. What you're drinking, despite believing it's light and easy on digestion, is essentially water mixed with oil and additives. With oat milk, the issue is even more pronounced. When oats are processed and blended, they release free sugars, giving the drink a relatively high glycemic index. It feels smooth going down, but often leads to quick hunger and fatigue afterward. Many people switch from dairy to oat milk thinking it's healthier, only to wonder why their weight and energy levels become harder to manage. Almond milk isn't much better when you look at the ingredient list. The actual almond content is usually very low, far too little to provide the protein or healthy fats you'd get from eating whole almonds. Instead, you'll find thickeners, stabilizers, and flavorings added to create a pleasant taste and texture. 9. Jarred tomato sauce. The jars of tomato sauce at Costco always feel incredibly convenient. Twist the lid, pour, and you instantly have pasta or homemade pizza. But if you look more closely at what these sauces really are, you'll see they're far more than just blended tomatoes. Tomatoes belong to the nightshade family, and their skins and seeds contain lectins, which can irritate many people when consumed frequently. In traditional cooking, tomatoes are often peeled, seeded, and simmered slowly to reduce this effect. Industrial tomato sauces, however, usually blend the entire tomato to save cost and increase yield, meaning those potentially problematic components remain, which can be rough on sensitive digestive systems. The second issue is sugar and oil. To make the sauce more palatable, balance acidity, and appeal to a wide audience, manufacturers often add sugar, vegetable oils, and flavorings. When used regularly, a product that seems simple quietly becomes a source of hidden sugar in the daily diet, especially for children or anyone eating pasta or pizza several times a week. On top of that, jarred sauces are cooked at high temperatures and stored for long periods, which significantly dulls the flavor of fresh tomatoes. You gain convenience, but you give up freshness and control over ingredients. 10. Plant-based meat alternatives. Plant-based meat alternatives like Beyond Meat or Impossible Burger are often marketed as progressive, eco-friendly, and lighter than real meat. But when viewed through a practical consumer lens, they're actually one of the most misleading food categories. First, let's be clear. These are not vegetables. They are ultra-processed foods made from isolated soy or pea protein blended with refined oils, flavorings, and binders to mimic the texture of meat. The meat-like experience doesn't come from nature. It comes from a carefully engineered formula. The primary protein sources in these products are high in concentrated lectins, which can cause bloating and digestive discomfort for many people. To keep the meat from falling apart and give it chew, manufacturers use methyl cellulose, a gelling agent you'd never find in a home kitchen. Add to that the high sodium content, which can lead to water retention and post-meal fatigue. Most plant-based meats also rely on refined oils for richness, rather than natural fats. Combined with heavily processed protein, this creates a mix that the body has to work very hard to handle. 11. Processed industrial meats and farmed fish. Sausages, deli meats, and farmed salmon consistently rank among Costco's best sellers because they're incredibly convenient. Open the package and eat. No complicated cooking required. But that convenience often hides an uncomfortable reality about how these foods are produced and preserved. With sausages and deli meats, the problem isn't the meat itself, it's what's added to it. To maintain a bright pink color, extend shelf life, and boost flavor, manufacturers commonly use sodium phosphate, nitrites, and dextrose. Phosphates help meat retain water and weigh more, nitrites preserve color, and dextrose is simply sugar. When consumed regularly, these additives place extra strain on the body, particularly the liver and cardiovascular system. Farmed salmon tells a similar story. While the fillets look uniform and vibrant, most farmed salmon are fed grain-based diets rather than their natural food. This raises omega-6 levels, a fat that can promote inflammation when out of balance. The attractive orange color often comes from pigments added to feed, not from natural astaxanthin found in wild salmon. There's also the potential concern of antibiotic residues due to high-density farming. These products aren't a problem when eaten occasionally, but when they become a weekly protein staple, the cumulative burden on the body starts to show. 12. Large containers of refined vegetable oils. The oversized jugs of canola oil, corn oil, or vegetable oil at Costco always feel like a great deal. They're cheap, last a long time, and seem like a smart choice for big households. In reality, though, they're one of the riskiest items in the kitchen, especially when used every day. These refined vegetable oils aren't simply pressed the way many people assume. They're typically extracted using chemical solvents, then processed at very high temperatures to remove odors and extend shelf life. This process oxidizes the oil before you even open the bottle. Once in the body, the unusually high omega-6 content in these oils can easily throw off fat balance, creating a foundation for chronic inflammation. The problem gets worse when you buy them in large containers. Every time you open the jug, the oil is exposed to air and light, accelerating oxidation. The oil may already be rancid without giving off a strong smell, so you continue using it as normal, while the quality has quietly degraded. The danger of refined oils doesn't come from a single meal, but from long-term habits. Using them daily for frying, sautéing, and cooking forces the body to constantly process damaged fats, something your cardiovascular system and metabolism don't handle well. Shopping at Costco can sometimes feel like stepping into a space full of irresistible choices, where low prices and health labels make it easy to relax too soon. The simplest way to stay in control is to get into the habit of checking the back of the package. Don't stop at the images or slogans on the front. The ingredient list tells the real story. Which product in the video surprised you the most? Do you think stockpiling food is just panic buying? The shocking truth is that many American families have actually built wealth by stockpiling the right way. While prices climb month after month, there are items at Costco you can buy once and use for 10 to 30 years, with virtually no risk of spoilage. These aren't far-fetched survival foods, but the real question is, do you know which items are truly worth stockpiling so you always have them on hand when it matters most? You'd be awesome if you liked this video. 1. White rice. If you walk into Costco and see 25 or 50-pound bags of Kirkland Thai, home Mali white rice, many people immediately pass them by thinking, there's no way we'd ever finish that at home. But from a long-term consumer perspective, this is actually one of the safest and most cost-effective foods to stockpile. Unlike brown rice, which still has the bran layer that can go rancid over time, white rice has had the bran removed, allowing it to be stored for an exceptionally long time. When packaged properly, white rice can sit quietly on a shelf for up to 30 years without going bad. That's exactly why, during periods when U.S. supply chains break down, rice is often the first item to disappear from shelves. Many families share a simple method. Pour the rice into food-grade plastic containers, add a few oxygen absorbers, label the date, and store it away. More than just food, White rice from Costco becomes a form of currency in emergencies. Easy to cook and endlessly versatile, from plain rice to porridge to fried dishes. 2. Rolled oats. Quaker oats at Costco are usually sold in large boxes containing two separate bags, a huge advantage for long-term storage. Rolled oats, old-fashioned oats, aren't just for gym goers or people on diets. They're one of the most resilient grains in the world. When kept dry, their real-world shelf life can stretch close to a decade, making them an excellent source of fiber and plant-based protein. In Costco fans' communities, people share creative uses for oats: baking bread, using them as a binder for meatballs instead of breadcrumbs, or simply making the ever-popular overnight oats. What keeps shoppers loyal to this product at Costco is the consistent quality year after year. 3. Ramen noodles. Don't underestimate cheap ramen noodles. At Costco, you can buy packs of 24 to 48 servings at prices so low that many people see them as nothing more than a fun snack. But when it comes to long-term stockpiling, ramen is actually one of the most convenient and durable foods available. Ramen earns its near-indestructible reputation because of how it's made. The noodles are fully fried and then sealed airtight, leaving almost no environment for bacteria to grow. As a result, even though the printed expiration date may look short, many American families report eating ramen years later with the texture and crunch still intact. When stocking up, it's best to choose brick-style packets rather than plastic cups. They take up less space and are far easier to store neatly over time. 4. Lentils. Lentils are often overshadowed by black beans or soybeans, but for people in the U.S. who truly understand long-term food stockpiling, lentils are a genuine hidden gem. At Costco, you'll occasionally come across large bags of organic lentils at very reasonable prices, and that's when they're worth serious consideration. The biggest advantage of lentils is how quickly they cook. Unlike many other beans that require overnight soaking, lentils can be cooked fast, which is a major benefit in emergency situations. When stored properly, lentils can sit in a pantry corner for decades with little to no loss in quality. Nutritionally, lentils are a powerful source of plant-based protein and iron, making them a perfect fit for the growing vegetarian and flexitarian trend. It's no surprise that lentils are showing up more and more in recipes shared across social media. 5. Whole wheat berries. Whole wheat berries are usually mentioned only within U.S. prepper communities, but they're actually a very practical stockpiling option for everyday households. The most common question is, why buy wheat berries instead of flour for convenience? The answer comes down to durability and long-term value. Pre-ground flour goes rancid relatively quickly because the natural oils are exposed. Even with careful storage, flour typically maintains good quality for only a few years. Whole wheat berries, on the other hand, have a natural protective outer layer, allowing them to remain stable in storage for decades without degradation. At Costco business centers, you can find large bags of wheat berries at very reasonable prices. Their uses are also more flexible than many people expect. An added bonus, wheat berries can be sprouted to grow wheatgrass, which is rich in vitamins and nutrients. 6. Canned chicken. If there's one truly go-to canned product at Costco, Kirkland's signature canned chicken has almost no competition. The reason is simple. When you open the can, you see real meat. Not shredded mush, not crumbly scraps, but solid chunks of chicken breast, fully cooked and packed in a light broth. American shoppers love this product for its reliability and convenience. There's no thawing and no complicated prep. During power outages, busy periods, or times when fresh food isn't available, opening a can gives you instant access to high-quality protein. While the printed shelf life is usually a few years, many families report that when stored in a cool place, it still performs well 5 to 10 years later. In the world of food storage, it's rare to find an item that's high in protein, easy to eat, versatile, and doesn't require a freezer. That's exactly why Kirkland canned chicken consistently appears on the must-have list for so many American households. 7. Canned tuna. Kirkland's signature. Albacore canned tuna is one of the few Costco products that earns high marks from both everyday consumers and food experts. In many blind taste tests across the U.S., this tuna consistently ranks at the top thanks to its firm, white meat that isn't mushy or waterlogged like cheaper supermarket options. Its strength isn't just flavor, it's nutrition. Tuna is an excellent natural source of omega-3 fatty acids, supporting brain and heart health, which makes it especially valuable during periods with limited food choices. For long-term storage, canned tuna is considered a true workhorse. The high-heat sterilization process and airtight sealing leave bacteria with virtually no chance to survive. 8. Canned spam. You can't talk about food stockpiling in the US without mentioning spam. For many families, it's more than just canned meat. It's a true symbol of survival food. At Costco, spam is usually sold in 8-can packs, and the less sodium version is especially popular among Vietnamese shoppers because it's easier to eat and noticeably less salty. Spam isn't famous because it's premium. It's famous because it's reliably durable. The meat is fully cooked, tightly sealed, and thoroughly sterilized. As a result, spam's ability to withstand time has become almost legendary. Many Americans share stories of opening cans that were forgotten for years, only to find the quality still solid and the flavor largely unchanged. 9. Peanut butter. Ask anyone in the US with experience in survival or long-term food storage, and peanut butter almost always comes up first. Not because it's fancy, but because it's incredibly practical. At Costco, Kirkland organic peanut butter is widely trusted for its clean ingredient list. Just roasted peanuts and a touch of salt. No sugar, no hydrogenated oils. What makes peanut butter special is its energy density. Just 2 tablespoons provide nearly 200 calories, along with protein and healthy fats that keep you full longer. During power outages, snowstorms, or times when cooking isn't possible, all you need is some dry bread, or you can eat it straight to maintain your energy. Beyond calories, peanut butter also brings a sense of comfort and familiarity. Many Reddit users have shared that it helps them stay calm during stressful situations. 10. Powdered milk. Fresh milk lasts only a few weeks, but powdered milk can sit quietly in storage for decades and still be usable. At Costco, non-fat powdered milk often gets overlooked because it looks less appealing. But when supply chains are disrupted, it becomes an extremely valuable item. Powdered milk isn't just for drinking. You can use it in baking bread, mixing coffee, cooking porridge, or adding it to soups to boost richness and flavor. All you need is clean water, no refrigeration required, and no worry about quick spoilage. For households with young children or elderly family members, it's a very reassuring backup source of nutrition. Like the video if this surprised you. 11. Sea salt/pink salt. Salt is one of the rare items on this list that can be said outright. It never expires. Literally. Salt existed underground for millions of years before being mined and packaged. Once placed into storage, it's essentially a permanent asset. At Costco, large containers of Kirkland sea salt or Himalayan pink salt are priced far lower than buying small quantities elsewhere. Beyond seasoning food, salt plays a critical role in food preservation, curing meat, salting fish, and fermenting vegetables. In times of scarcity, salt makes dry foods easier to eat and helps maintain electrolyte balance in the body. As long as it's kept dry, a container of salt can be used year after year with no loss in quality at all. 12. White sugar. Like salt, white sugar is one of those foods that can be considered virtually immortal as long as it's kept dry. At Costco, 10 to 25-pound bags of sugar are very competitively priced, making them ideal for long-term storage without worrying about quality loss. Sugar isn't just for sweetness. In food preservation, sugar helps inhibit bacterial growth, which is why fruit jams and syrups can last so long. During periods of fatigue or stress, a small amount of sugar also provides quick energy for the brain, helping you stay alert. Many U.S. home cooks appreciate Costco's white sugar for its consistent purity and the fact that it clumps less than cheaper brands. If sugar does harden after long storage, simply placing a slice of bread in the container allows the moisture from the bread to soften it again. 13. White vinegar. When people see the over 1-gallon jugs of white vinegar at Costco, they often wonder, who could possibly use all of that? In reality, it's a favorite choice among highly practical consumers. White vinegar is so acidic that bacteria can barely survive, which means it never goes bad as long as the container is sealed. In the kitchen, vinegar helps tenderize meat, remove fishy odors, and is essential for pickling vegetables, extending the life of fresh produce. but its value goes far beyond cooking. Many households use white vinegar as a natural cleaner for wiping countertops, descaling coffee machines, deodorizing spaces, and even replacing fabric softener in laundry. For just a few dollars at Costco, you get a versatile, long-lasting, and endlessly useful staple. 14. Bouillon/concentrated stock. If there's one seasoning I always recommend grabbing without hesitation at Costco, it's bouillon, or concentrated stock, such as better than bouillon. The large jars may look intimidating, but over time, this becomes one of the most valuable items in your pantry. When you're eating white rice, lentils, or canned foods day after day, the hardest part isn't hunger, it's the lack of flavor. Concentrated stock is made by slowly simmering meat and vegetables, then reducing them to capture deep, natural richness. Just a small spoonful mixed with hot water instantly gives you a full-bodied broth without hours of bone simmering. These products store very well in the refrigerator or a cool place and are extremely economical to use. For many families, this isn't just a seasoning. It's what keeps simple meals feeling like real, enjoyable food during difficult times. 15. Pure honey. Honey is one of the very few foods that truly defies time. The large jars of Kirkland Pure Honey at Costco are often raw and minimally processed, allowing them to retain natural enzymes and antibacterial properties. What makes honey so remarkable is that it almost never spoils. With its extremely low moisture content and natural acidity, bacteria simply can't survive. That's why archaeologists have found honey in ancient tombs that was still edible after thousands of years. In the US, honey isn't just for tea or sweetening food. During power outages or limited medical access, it's commonly used to soothe sore throats, help disinfect minor cuts and scrapes, and provide quick energy when the body needs it most. 16. Canned vegetables. Many people tend to dismiss canned vegetables, but in the world of long-term food storage, cans of sweet corn or green beans from Costco are considered liquid gold. The reason is simple. Vegetables are canned immediately after harvest, which helps preserve a more stable level of vitamins compared to fresh produce that sits in the refrigerator for days or weeks. At Costco, these vegetables are usually sold in large multi-packs at very reasonable prices. The real value isn't just the vegetables themselves, but also the liquid inside the can. In situations where clean water is scarce, this liquid is safe, contains minerals, and can be reused for soups or noodle dishes. While the printed shelf life is typically 5 to 10 years, as long as the cans remain sealed and undamaged, they can support your family's meals for much longer than that. 17. Dried fruit/freeze dried fruit. In a food stockpile, dried and freeze-dried fruit may seem like the most premium items, but they're also extremely practical. Costco is well known for dried mango, dried blueberries, and especially freeze-dried strawberries. Unlike traditional heat drying, freeze drying removes almost all moisture while preserving the fruit's shape, color, and most of its vitamins. The biggest advantages of this category are that it's lightweight, compact, and durable. Under proper storage conditions, many freeze-dried fruits can last for decades without spoiling. Their natural, sweet, and tart flavor helps balance an otherwise all-dry diet, making them especially helpful for children and older adults. 18. Cooking oil, siagangi, clarified butter. Every meal needs fat to help the body absorb vitamins, but regular cooking oils can go rancid after being stored for a while. That's why, in long-term storage, many people choose ghee, pure clarified butter, over common cooking oils. At Costco, ghee is sold in large containers that last a long time while remaining stable. Ghee is made by completely removing water and milk proteins, leaving only pure fat. Because of this, it can be stored at room temperature for extended periods without spoiling. Many American families rate Costco's ghee highly for its aroma, ease of use, and overall value. If you need a durable fat for long-term storage, ghee is a very reliable choice. 19. Instant coffee. In emergency situations, when stress drags on and mental fatigue sets in, a cup of coffee can quickly restore alertness and morale. That's why instant coffee is a staple in many U.S. household stockpiles. These compact, convenient packets require no machine and no electricity, just hot water. Instant coffee is fully dehydrated and extremely low in moisture, which allows it to last a very long time when sealed properly. A large jar purchased at Costco can be used for months, even years, while maintaining consistent flavor. More importantly, coffee helps preserve a sense of normal routine. Morning coffee, a clearer mind, and better focus for handling tasks and decisions. 20. Baking soda. Among the most worthwhile items to stockpile, there's one that looks completely ordinary, but the moment people see it at Costco, they tend to grab it immediately. The 13.5-pound bag of Arm & Hammer baking soda. Don't think of this as just a baking ingredient. In many American households, it's considered a multi-purpose survival staple. The biggest advantage of baking soda is that it almost never goes bad. As long as it's kept dry, a bag like this can remain perfectly usable for 10 to 20 years. No mold, no loss in effectiveness. What makes baking soda a priority stockpile item is its versatility. When soap or toothpaste isn't available, it can be used temporarily for personal hygiene and deodorizing. Mixed with water, it can also help relieve heartburn when you're eating a lot of dry or canned foods. When paired with white vinegar, baking soda becomes a classic cleaning duo, useful for unclogging drains, deodorizing the refrigerator, and cleaning kitchen surfaces and produce. A bag of baking soda at Costco costs just a few dollars, but it delivers years of peace of mind. 21. Emergency food kits. And here it is. The legendary item on this list doesn't belong to a single food but to a complete solution: emergency food kits. At Costco, you'll often see kits from brands like ReadyWise or Mountain House, and these represent the peak of U.S. long-term food storage technology. Each kit contains dozens of fully freeze-dried meals, from cheesy pasta and chicken rice to various vegetable soups. Everything is sealed in thick mylar pouches that protect against moisture and light. With a shelf life of 25 to 30 years, this is truly a buy-once solution that requires almost no additional thought for decades. The greatest strength of these kits is absolute convenience. No stove, no pots. Just add hot water directly to the pouch and you have a hot, filling meal with sufficient calories and nutrition. For many American families, these kits are the last line of insurance for worst-case scenarios. When purchased at Costco, the price is often hundreds of dollars cheaper than buying directly from the manufacturer, making them an even more compelling value. Stockpiling food isn't about fear. It's about being prepared for the unpredictable. Every item on this list shares the same core traits: long shelf life, ease of use, and the ability to truly solve meals when it matters. The value isn't in buying a lot. It's in buying the right things that last and are available at the right moment. By preparing today, you're not just protecting your family's meals, you're preserving calm, control, and confidence in the face of uncertainty. How many of these items have you already stockpiled from the video? Costco has quietly stocked a wave of new items on the shelves this month, and interestingly, many of them are already marked with instant savings this week. Some discounts are deep enough that even longtime Costco shoppers might pause and take a second look. If you want to know which products just arrived and which deals are worth tossing into your cart, let's take a look at what's happening at Costco right now. You'd be awesome if you liked this video. 1. LED porcelain lantern. In the home decor section this week, there's a piece that might easily make shoppers slow down for a moment to take a closer look. This white LED porcelain lantern features a very minimalist design but casts a warm, cozy glow. It fits beautifully on a bookshelf, a console table, or a living room corner. Priced at about $39.99, it's the kind of small decorative item that can instantly make a space feel more refined and inviting. 2. Kirkland K-Cup Coffee Pods. If your mornings always start with a hot cup of coffee, Costco has a pretty noteworthy deal this week. The box of 120 Kirkland K-Cup coffee pods is currently discounted by $8, bringing the price down to just $34.99. That works out to only a few cents per pod, much cheaper than many K-Cup brands you'll find at regular grocery stores. For households that use a Keurig machine every day, this is the kind of deal many shoppers casually grab a big box of to keep on hand. 3. Hum Probiotic Kombucha, new flavor. Over in the refrigerated drink section, there's also a new option for fans of fermented beverages. Hum probiotic kombucha in mango and passion fruit flavor. This version has a fruity taste that's easy to drink and isn't as sour as many traditional kombucha varieties. Each bottle also contains probiotics that support digestion, which is why many people enjoy it as a light drink after meals. The multi-bottle pack is priced at about $12.99. 4. Noosa yogurt, new flavors. Costco is also featuring an eye-catching Noosa yogurt variety pack with flavors like lemon, peach, and mango. This yogurt is known for its rich, thick texture, making it feel almost like a light dessert compared to regular yogurt. Each cup provides about 6 grams of protein, so many people keep a pack in the fridge for a quick breakfast or an afternoon snack. The full pack is priced at about $8.69. 5. Immunity Boost Shots. Another item drawing attention this week is a pack of Immunity Boost Shots, available in ginger with orange or turmeric with pineapple flavors. These small bottles are often taken in the morning as a quick wellness boost because they contain vitamins, probiotics, and other health-supporting ingredients. This week, Costco has them discounted to $10.49 for the pack, letting you save $4.50 at this price. 6. Truly grass-fed butter. One ingredient that's drawing interest from home cooks is truly grass-fed butter, imported from Ireland. This butter typically has a deeper yellow color and a richer flavor compared to standard butter. It's excellent for baking, pan-searing steaks, or simply spreading on warm bread. The box contains 4 large butter sticks priced at about $13.99. 7. Green Pan Jewel Pro Nonstick Cookware Set, 11-piece. In the kitchen section this week, there's a standout deal for anyone who enjoys cooking at home. The 11-piece Green Pan Jewel Pro Nonstick Cookware Set is currently discounted by $50, bringing the price down to $169.99. This line features a ceramic non-stick coating, allowing you to cook with less oil and making cleanup much easier afterward. With this level of discount, it's definitely worth a serious look. 8. Ninja Deluxe Kitchen System. Another strong deal this week is $40 off the Ninja Deluxe Kitchen System, bringing the current price down to $139.99. This isn't just a basic blender. It includes a large pitcher, personal cups, and a food processing attachment. You can use it to make morning smoothies, blend sauces, or quickly prep ingredients for cooking. With this discount, it's the kind of kitchen tool many shoppers feel is well worth adding to their countertop. 9. Poppy Juicy Faves Soda. Costco also has a fun new drink option this week with the Poppy Juicy Faves Soda Variety Pack, featuring flavors like strawberry, lemon, orange, and raspberry. This soda has gained attention for its lighter fruit flavor, which many people find easier to drink than traditional soda. The price is currently reduced by 50 cents, bringing the box down to $16.49. It's not a huge discount, but for anyone curious to try a new beverage, it's enough to make shoppers toss it into their cart. 10. Premier Protein Shakes, 18 bottles. If you're looking for something convenient for a quick breakfast or a post-workout drink, Premier Protein has a solid deal this week. The case of 18 bottles is $8 off, bringing the price down to $23.99. Each bottle delivers a high amount of protein, so many people use them as a quick meal replacement during busy days. Compared to buying individual bottles at convenience stores, the Costco price is clearly a much better value. 11. Ninja Crispy Air Fryer. Near the kitchen appliance section, another item with a strong discount is drawing attention. The Ninja Crispy Air Fryer is currently $35 off, bringing the price down to $124.99. This model has a compact design with a cooking lid that sits directly on the tray, making it simple to use and easy to clean. With this price drop, it's the kind of appliance many households start considering adding to their kitchen. 12. Mop Cleaning Kit. If you're looking for a faster and easier way to clean your home, this mop cleaning kit with bucket is worth a look this week. The box includes the mop handle, a wringing bucket, and several replacement mop heads, so it's essentially ready to use right out of the package. The spin design makes wringing out water much easier without the bending required with traditional mops. At around $29.99 for the full set, it's a practical pickup, especially when preparing for spring cleaning. 13. Lemon custard pie. Over in the bakery section, there's also a tempting new dessert for anyone who enjoys bright citrus flavors. This lemon custard pie features a smooth lemon cream filling, topped with a light layer of whipped cream and finished with a nicely baked golden crust. Just looking at it makes it feel perfect for family gatherings or a weekend dessert. The price is $18.99 for a fairly large pie. 14. Taylor Farms Chipotle Ranch Chopped Salad Kit. If you're looking for a light meal that still includes plenty of greens, this Taylor Farms Chipotle Ranch Chopped Salad Kit is a convenient option. Inside, you'll find romaine lettuce, red cabbage, carrots, corn, plus crispy tortilla strips and shredded cheese. Just open the package, toss everything together, and you have a hearty salad ready to go. The price is about $7.99. 15. Cottonelle Flushable Wet Wipes, 560 count. In the household section, there's also a practical deal on everyday essentials. Cottonelle Flushable Wet Wipes are currently $3.50 off, bringing the price down to $12.39 for the large 560 count pack. For larger households, this is the type of product that's almost always needed at home. So when Costco discounts it, the packs tend to sell quickly. 16. Spring Bulb Assortment. If you're thinking about refreshing your garden or balcony this season, Costco has started stocking spring bulb assortments. Each box typically includes a variety of flower bulbs that you can plant together to add color and variety to your garden. Simply plant them in the soil, and within a few weeks you'll begin to see vibrant blooms. The current price is about $14.99. 17. Cheetos Snacks. If you pass through the snack aisle this week, it's hard to miss the familiar Cheetos bag with a noticeable discount. The price is currently $2.40 off, bringing the large bag down to about $4.59. For snacks like this, a couple of dollars off is often enough to make shoppers casually toss a bag into their cart. 18. Late July Organic Multigrain Chips. For those who prefer a lighter snack option, Late July Organic Multigrain Chips are another choice worth considering. These chips are made from a blend of grains such as quinoa, chia, and flax, giving them a crunchy texture while feeling a bit healthier than typical snacks. This week they're $2 off, bringing the price down to $5.99. 19. Sharper Image Hot and Cold Massager. Many shoppers will stop in the personal care section and notice this Sharper Image Hot and Cold Massager. This week, Costco has reduced the price to $89.99, saving $40 compared to the previous price. The device features both heating and cooling modes, along with multiple vibration levels, making it ideal for relaxing after a long workday or a workout session. Like the video if this surprised you. 20. Tide Pods Spring Meadow Laundry Detergent, 156 pods. In the laundry aisle this week, there's a very practical deal on a daily household staple. The Tide Pods Spring Meadow 156 count box is currently priced at $23.99, saving more than $6. With that many pods, many households can use it for quite a long time. When you break it down, each load costs only a few cents, which is why many shoppers grab a box whenever they see it on sale. 21. Tide Liquid Laundry Detergent, 152 loads. If you prefer liquid detergent instead of pods, Costco also has a similar option available. The large Tide liquid detergent bottle, enough for about 152 loads, is currently $5 off, bringing the price down to $19.99. For households that do laundry frequently, this is a very solid deal. 22. All Free and Clear Laundry Detergent, 160 loads. Right next to the Tide section is another option that many households with sensitive skin tend to prefer. All Free and Clear laundry detergent is fragrance-free, contains fewer irritants, and is known for being gentle on clothes. The large container, enough for about 160 loads, is on sale this week for $14.79, letting you save $5. 23. Downy Fabric Softener. After picking up laundry detergent, many shoppers usually grab fabric softener as well, and this week, Downy is also on sale. Both the April Fresh and Ultimate Fusions varieties are $3 off, bringing the price down to $10.99. Just a small amount during the wash cycle leaves clothes with a soft texture and a pleasant scent. 24. Swiffer Heavy Duty Duster Kit. In the cleaning supplies section this week, there's a familiar product now available at a good price. The Swiffer Heavy Duty Duster Kit is currently $14.59, which is $4 off. The fluffy microfiber fibers trap dust effectively on shelves, ceiling fans, and other hard-to-reach areas. For households that do quick cleaning during the week, this is the kind of convenient item many people grab when they see it on sale. 25. Swiffer Heavy Duty Dry/Wet Floor Cloths. Right next to it, Costco is also offering $4 off Swiffer Heavy Duty Floor Cloth refills, both the dry and wet versions. The price this week is about $14.99. These cloths are very convenient for quickly cleaning hardwood or tile floors without needing to prepare a bucket of water. 26. Clorox Disinfecting Wipes, 5-pack. If you prefer multi-purpose cleaning products, the 5-pack of Clorox Disinfecting Wipes is also available at a nice price this week. Costco is taking $4 off, bringing the total down to $14.79 for the large pack. These wipes are commonly used for cleaning kitchen counters, dining tables, or other frequently touched surfaces around the house. It's a good time to stock up when the price drops like this. 27. Kirkland Signature Organic Salsa, 2 jars. In the condiments section, there's also a familiar item for anyone who enjoys Tex-Mex style foods. The Kirkland Signature Organic Salsa, packaged with 2 large jars, is currently priced at about $9.69. With Costco-sized jars, this is the kind of product many shoppers buy once and use for quite a while. 28. Classico Organic Tomato Sauce. Right beside it is another solid deal for anyone who often cooks pasta at home. Classico Organic Tomato Sauce is $4 off this week, bringing the price down to about $8.79 for the pack. Just add some ground meat or vegetables and you have a rich, flavorful sauce ready for pasta or lasagna. 29. Clorox Toilet Wand. In the bathroom cleaning section, there's also a product many households are already familiar with. The Clorox Toilet Wand system is currently $4 off, bringing the price to about $13.99. The convenient part of this kit is that the disposable scrub heads already contain cleaning solution. Just attach one, and you can quickly clean the toilet without extra steps. 30. Blueland Dishwasher Tablets. If your home uses a dishwasher, the Blueland Dishwasher Tablet Box is also available at a good price this week. Costco is offering $5 off, bringing the total down to about $19.99 for the large box. These tablets have a milder scent and are very convenient. Just drop one into the dishwasher and start the cycle. 31. Windex Glass Cleaner. Another familiar item in the cleaning section is Windex Glass Cleaner. The set that includes a spray bottle and a refill bottle is $3 off this week, bringing the price down to about $19.99. For basic cleaning essentials like this, Costco usually sells them in larger packs, which makes them convenient to use over a longer period of time. 32. Scrubbing Bubbles. Bathroom Cleaner, 4 bottles. Over in the bathroom cleaning aisle, there's also a small but practical deal. The Scrubbing Bubbles Bathroom Cleaner 4-pack is currently $3 off, bringing the price down to about $10.99 for the full pack. This cleaner is commonly used to remove soap scum and grime from bathtubs, tiles, and other bathroom surfaces quickly. 33. Pine Sol Multi-Surface Cleaner, 2 large bottles. Here's another product with a scent many people instantly recognize. Pine Sol Multi-Surface Cleaner is currently $4 off, bringing the price down to about $10.99 for 2 large bottles. This solution can be used to clean floors, kitchen surfaces, and many other areas around the house, making it a versatile household staple. 34. Clorox 2 Max Performance Stain Remover. In the laundry section, there's also a useful product for households that often deal with tough stains. Clorox 2 Max Performance Stain Remover is $5 off this week, bringing the price down to about $11.89 for the large bottle. This product is commonly used as a pre-treatment step before washing, and for families with young kids or anyone who frequently washes white clothing, It's definitely worth considering while it's on sale. 35. Chobani Greek Yogurt, 20 cups. In the yogurt section this week, there's a deal that may easily catch shoppers' attention. The Chobani Greek Yogurt case with 20 cups is $6 off, bringing the price down to about $11.29. Each cup provides a solid amount of protein, making it a convenient option for a quick breakfast or an afternoon snack. 36. Annie's Organic Cinnamon Rolls. Nearby, there's also a tempting option for relaxed weekend mornings. The box of Annie's Organic Cinnamon Rolls is $4.50 off this week, bringing the price down to about $10.99. Just pop them into the oven for a few minutes and the kitchen quickly fills with the warm aroma of cinnamon and brown sugar. 37. Primavera Mura Roasted Vegetables. Moving over to the frozen food section, there's a convenient option for days when you don't want to spend much time prepping. The Primavera Mura Roasted Vegetables bag is $3.50 off, bringing the price down to about $8.99. Inside, you'll find a mix of vegetables like bell peppers, zucchini, broccoli, and onions, lightly seasoned and ready to cook. 38. Ling Ling Chicken Pot Stickers, 4.2 pounds. In the frozen aisle this week, there's also a familiar item for families who enjoy quick Asian-style meals. The Ling Ling Chicken Pot Stickers bag, weighing 4.2 pounds, is currently $3.20 off, bringing the price down to about $7.79 for the large bag. Just pan-fry them for a few minutes, and the wrappers turn golden and crispy while the chicken filling inside stays hot and juicy. 39. Yakisoba Noodles, 6 servings. Right next to it is another convenient option for busy days. The Yakisoba Noodle Box with 6 servings is now priced at about $10.99, saving $4 for the 6-pack. Each portion already includes the noodles and sauce. Simply heat it in a pan or microwave for a few minutes and you'll have a hot meal ready to go. 40. Milton's Cauliflower Crust Vegetable Pizza. Another budget-friendly option this week is Milton's Vegetable Pizza with a cauliflower crust, now available at a very appealing price. It's currently $4 off, bringing the total down to about $9.99 for the box. The cauliflower crust makes the pizza feel lighter compared to traditional versions, while the topping features roasted vegetables and melted cheese. 41. Quest Protein Bars, Variety Pack, 16 bars. In the nutrition snack section, there's also a familiar option for many gym-goers. The Quest Protein Bars Variety Pack includes 16 bars in 2 flavors: cookies and cream and chocolate chip cookie dough. Each bar provides a solid amount of protein, making it convenient to bring along for an afternoon snack or after a workout. The price is about $26.99 for the box. 42. Variety Snack Box. If you have kids at home or simply like having different snacks to choose from, this variety snack box is a fun option. Inside, you'll find Pirate's Booty, Cheez-It crackers, Famous Amos cookies, and Rice Krispies treats, each packaged in small individual bags that are easy to take on the go. The large box is priced at about $16.59. 43. Summer's Peak Sheet. Pan vegetables, 4 pounds. In the frozen food section, there's also a convenient vegetable mix that works well for quick dinners. The Summer's Peak Sheet pan vegetables bag, weighing about 4 pounds, includes a blend of broccoli, sweet potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and onions. The large bag is priced at about $8.99. 44. Ninja Crispy Air Fryer. Back in the kitchen appliance section, the Ninja Crispy Air Fryer has a noticeable discount this week. Costco has taken $35 off, bringing the price down to about $124.99. The compact design and cooking lid that sits directly on the tray make it simple to use and easy to handle. 45. Vita Coco Coconut Water, 18 bottles. In the beverage aisle, there's also a solid deal for coconut water fans. The case of Vita Coco Coconut Water with 18 bottles is currently $5.80 off, bringing the price down to about $16.19. Coconut water has a light, refreshing taste and is often enjoyed after workouts or on hot days. 46. Food Saver Vacuum Sealer Bags. If you often store food in the freezer, the Food Saver Vacuum Sealer Bag set is worth checking out this week. The pack includes 5 rolls and 36 bags, currently $6 off, bringing the price down to about $23.99. These bags help preserve meat, fish, and other foods for longer while reducing freezer burn. 47. Non-slip velvet hangers. In the home goods section, there's also a small but practical item for organizing your closet. The set of 50 non-slip velvet hangers is currently $2 off, bringing the price down to about $9.99. The velvet coating helps clothes stay in place and prevents them from slipping off, like they often do with regular plastic hangers. 48. Queen 6-piece bedsheet set. In the bedding section this week, there's also a surprisingly good deal. The queen-size 6-piece bedsheet set is $4 off, bringing the price down to about $13.99. The set includes a fitted sheet, a flat sheet, and multiple pillowcases, enough to refresh your bed in just a few minutes. 49. Cooling comfort pillows, 2-pack. Right next to the bedding section, the cooling comfort pillow set is also available at a good price this week. The 2-pack is currently $5 off, bringing the price down to about $19.99. The interior material is designed to provide a cooler, more breathable feel during sleep, which many people find helpful for staying comfortable through the night. 50. Food Saver Starter Kit Vacuum Sealer. If you want to preserve food for longer, the Food Saver Starter Kit Vacuum Sealer has a pretty significant discount this week. Costco is taking $30 off, bringing the price down to about $99.99. The kit includes the vacuum sealing machine along with starter bags, so you can begin using it right away. It's especially useful for storing meat or fish or portioning food for freezing. And that's a quick look at some of the new items and notable deals at Costco this week. What's interesting is that many of these products have not only just arrived on the shelves, but are also currently discounted. If you happen to stop by Costco this week, don't forget to check the shelves carefully because the next great deal might be waiting for you there. What deals are you planning to hunt for at Costco this week? The shelves at Costco this week have suddenly filled with a wave of new products that even regular shoppers are stopping to take a closer look at. Some items have already started generating buzz, from tempting food options to household finds that are definitely worth trying. This is the perfect time to pick up some of the newest quality items. Let's take a look at what's newly waiting on Costco's shelves. You'd be awesome if you liked this video. 1. Plant-based protein drink. Right as you enter the beverage section, a new product immediately catches the eye. This is a ready-to-drink plant-based protein beverage, and each bottle delivers about 35 grams of protein along with 7 grams of fiber. What's drawing attention is that it's completely dairy-free, gluten-free, and suitable for a plant-based diet. With a large case of 12 bottles, many shoppers are seeing it as a convenient quick meal for busy days. 2. Press Vitamin Juice Shots. If you like small drinks that pack a strong nutritional punch, this juice shot box from Press might make you curious to try it. Each small bottle combines carrot and pineapple, providing a solid amount of vitamin C. Many people enjoy these shot-style drinks because you can take them in just a few seconds and get a quick vitamin boost for the day. At $17.99 for the box, it's an interesting item to add to the fridge this week. 3. Dairy-free protein yogurt. Costco has also introduced a new option for shoppers who prefer plant-based products. Priced at $16.99 for an 8-cup pack, this yogurt uses a plant-based base instead of dairy, while still delivering about 8 grams of protein per cup, which not every plant-based yogurt can offer. The two flavors, vanilla, cinnamon, and raspberry, have a light taste that isn't overly sweet. The product is getting attention because it works well for people avoiding lactose, while also fitting the growing trend toward plant-forward eating. Just add a little granola or fresh fruit, and you have a quick breakfast that still provides plenty of energy. 4. Kirkland Bakery Fresh Pita Bread. Another new item from Kirkland Bakery is also making shoppers pause for a closer look. The package includes 9 pieces of fresh pita bread with a soft texture and a roomy pocket inside. You can cut them into pieces for dipping in hummus or fill them with meat, vegetables, or chicken. At $6.99 for the whole pack, it's a very versatile bread that works for a variety of meals throughout the week. One small trick many shoppers use is to freeze half of the pack and thaw it later, since the pita defrosts very quickly. 5. Artica LED Anti-Fog Bathroom Mirror. In the home section, one of the more interesting new arrivals is the Artica LED Bathroom Mirror. What makes it stand out is the built-in anti-fog heating system, which helps prevent steam from building up when the bathroom is still warm and humid. That means the mirror stays clear and ready to use right after a shower. The LED lighting around the edges can also adjust brightness, and it even includes a soft nightlight mode. At around $100, it feels like a modern upgrade for any bathroom. 6. Sand and Fog Reed Diffuser Set. Right nearby is a small decor item that easily makes people stop and take a look. The Sand and Fog Reed Diffuser Set comes in several gentle scents like Floral Jasmine, Fresh Breeze, and Pistachio Dream. Just placing it in the living room or bedroom can instantly make the space feel more relaxing. At $21.99 for the set, it's an easy addition many shoppers consider. 7. Costco Cotton Bath Towels. Costco has also introduced a new cotton bath towel with a subtle striped pattern. Made from 100% cotton, the fabric feels soft and thick when you pick it up. The large size makes it comfortable to use after a shower or even bring along to the pool. With a price of about $9.99, it comes in several basic colors to choose from. 8. Twice-baked chocolate croissants. One bakery item that's quickly catching attention is the twice-baked chocolate croissant, priced at $9.99 for a box of 6. The outside has a lightly golden crust dusted with powdered sugar, while the inside is filled with rich, melty chocolate. Just warming them in the oven for a few minutes fills the kitchen with the aroma of butter and chocolate. 9. Macarons 36-piece box. Colorful macarons are always hard to ignore when people walk by. This large 36-piece box, priced at about $13, includes a variety of flavors such as chocolate, vanilla, raspberry, lemon, salted caramel, and pistachio. They're light, bite-sized, and easy to enjoy, which is why many people like serving them as a dessert after dinner or putting them out when guests come over. 10. Gourmet Stuffed Olives. If you enjoy bold Mediterranean-style flavors, this gourmet stuffed olive set is worth a look. Inside the box are jars of olives filled with different ingredients, such as orange, cream cheese, and lemon. Each variety has its own unique flavor and pairs well with salads, pasta, or as a light appetizer. The price is about $15 for the 3-flavor box. 11. Parmesan Garlic Butter Baguettes. Just looking at these 2 baguettes topped with garlic butter and parmesan is enough for many people to imagine the aroma once they come out of the oven. At $8 for 2 loaves, the garlic butter is quite rich and soaks into the crispy bread when heated. The parmesan sprinkled on top adds an extra layer of savory flavor compared to regular garlic bread. These pair perfectly with pasta, soup, or salads, though plenty of people simply warm them up and enjoy them on their own. Some shoppers even like slicing them into smaller pieces to serve as a snack during movie nights or casual gatherings with friends. 12. Mini baguettes. A bag of mini baguettes includes up to 24 small rolls, making them convenient for many types of meals. You can use them to make mini sandwiches, enjoy them with butter, or serve them at home gatherings. One thing many people like is that the bread can be stored for quite a while as long as the package hasn't been opened. At about $7.89 for the large bag, it's a handy item to keep at home when you need a quick meal. 13. Italian ravioli. Ricotta spinach / 4 cheese. If you're looking for a quick dinner that still feels authentically Italian, this box of ravioli is a great option. Priced at about $14.79 for the large package, it includes 2 popular fillings, ricotta spinach and 4 cheese. The soft pasta wraps around a creamy, flavorful filling that's easy to enjoy. Just boil it for a few minutes, then add tomato sauce, pesto, or a sprinkle of parmesan, and you'll have a hot plate of pasta ready to serve. 14. Thai red curry noodles. Another interesting option for fans of Asian flavors is Thai red curry noodles in bowl form. Each serving already includes the sauce and seasoning, so you simply heat it up and it's ready to eat. The rich red curry flavor pairs well with the soft noodles, making it feel like a quick meal that's still satisfying. A box of 6 bowls is priced at about $19.99. 15. Top Ramen Chicken Flavor, 48 packs. Many people have been familiar with Top Ramen for years, and this large 48-pack makes it easy for families to keep it stocked at home. The classic chicken flavor, simple preparation, and flexibility to add eggs, vegetables, or meat make it a convenient meal. One thing that stands out is that the product is made without added MSG, which makes some shoppers feel more comfortable using it regularly. The 48-pack case is priced at about $13.79. 16. Vietnamese 3-in-1 Coffee, 120 packets. A very interesting new item is Vietnamese-style 3-in-1 coffee. Each packet already contains coffee, sugar, and non-dairy creamer, making it very convenient for busy mornings or when you need a quick cup of coffee. The large box includes 120 individual packets which are easy to bring to work, take while traveling, or keep at the office. At $18.49 for the box, it's an appealing option for anyone who enjoys a stronger coffee flavor than typical instant coffee. Like the video if this surprised you. 17. Bacon White Cheddar Sausage. Many shoppers have already stopped to add this bacon and white cheddar sausage to their carts shortly after it appeared on the shelves. At about $10.89 for the pack, you only need to heat it quickly in a pan or oven, and the aroma of bacon starts to come through right away. The white cheddar inside adds a mild, creamy flavor that's easy to enjoy. It works well for a quick breakfast or tucked into a sandwich. 18. Organic Hickory Smoked Beef Sausage. Right next to it is another option for those who prefer a bolder, smokier flavor. Priced at about $10.49, these hickory smoked beef sausages have a distinctive smoky aroma and are clearly labeled as organic. Another detail many shoppers notice is that they are gluten-free and fully cooked, so you only need to heat them up before eating. 19. Crazy Cuisine Lemon Chicken. If you enjoy quick Asian-style meals, the Crazy Cuisine Lemon Chicken might be something you'll want to try right away. The chicken pieces are already prepared. Just heat them up, and the light citrus aroma of the lemon sauce starts to come through. The flavor has a mild, sweet and tangy balance that many people find easy to enjoy, especially when served with white rice or noodles. At about $16.89 for the large box, it's a convenient option for evenings when you don't want to spend too long cooking. 20. Mandarin Orange Chicken. Another familiar name for many Costco shoppers is Mandarin Orange Chicken. This dish is popular with families because the lightly crispy chicken pairs well with the sweet orange sauce, creating a flavor that's easy to enjoy. Simply heat it in the oven or a pan, and you have a meal that feels very similar to takeout-style Chinese food. The large box is priced at about $17.39. 21. Pirate's Booty Cheese Puffs. This snack is quite popular among families with kids. Pirate's Booty Cheese Puffs have a light, crispy texture, coated with a cheddar cheese flavor that's tasty but not too heavy. The large bag contains multiple small snack packs, making it convenient to bring to school, work, or enjoy during movie nights at home. The current price is about $8.99 for the large bag. 22. Nintendo Switch 2 Bundle. One tech product that's catching a lot of attention is the Nintendo Switch 2 Bundle. In addition to the console, the bundle includes a 256GB microSD express memory card and a 12-month membership subscription. What many gamers like is that you can essentially open the box and start playing right away. The full bundle is priced at about $519.99. 23. Cuisinart Sandwich Press/Grill. A new and interesting kitchen appliance that has recently appeared is the Cuisinart Multi-Purpose Sandwich Press, currently priced at $119.99. What makes this product stand out is that the grill plates can open completely flat, turning it into a small tabletop grill for cooking a variety of dishes. Many people like it because a single appliance can replace a panini press, griddle, and grill. The non-stick surface also makes cleanup quick and easy after cooking. 24. Infinity Pro Hairdryer. Compared to many high-end hairdryers that cost several $100s, the Infinity Pro Hairdryer offers a much more accessible option. It's designed to help reduce heat damage and comes with a diffuser attachment that makes styling easier. The design is compact and comfortable to hold, which is why many shoppers notice it when looking to upgrade their hairdryer at home. The price is about $69.99, making it a solid option to consider. 25. Libby Glassware Set 16-piece. If you're thinking about replacing your glassware at home, this Libby 16-piece glass set might be worth considering. At about $19 for the full set, it includes two common sizes, around 12.5-ounce glasses and larger 16-ounce glasses, suitable for water, soda, or light cocktails. Another practical detail is that the glasses are dishwasher safe, making them easy to clean and maintain. 26. 5,000 lumen solar light. A practical item for the yard or outdoor walkway is this 5,000 lumen solar light. The brightness is quite strong, so many people use it to light up a backyard, garage area, or pathway at night.